Okay, let's talk about setting up your advertisers and also your auto population setup, which are your leads, your internet leads coming in and entering into the system automatically from now close to 90 different sources. So from your dealer dashboard, click on advertiser maintenance and auto population setup. We have just our defaults here, which come with the system. But here are all the advertisers that we can accept data from that will enter into the system automatically. It's basically the who's who of the car business. So very rarely there's a source that isn't in our lineup, but if there is, we may be able to customize that for you if the source can get us the data in the proper format. So if I wanted to add TV or radio, we can just go ahead and insert radio. Let's say your ad budget for radio, click cost, and we are in the month of November, and you spend $1,500 a month in radio, and you can enter that in. You don't need to enter the future months because we'll carry over your budget, and you can always go back and edit this. Having the budgets inserted helps with having your advertising report give you proper information on your cost per lead and cost per sale, and we'll get into that in the report webinar. However, very important that you actually have your budgets entered into the system. Of course, you click the Save Budget button, gets you back to the advertisers. Let's go ahead and set up an auto population option. So let's take Car Gurus and we'll activate Car Gurus. So now you can see when Car Gurus is activated off to the right, there's a new auto population button. So we're going to click that. The dealer identifier is actually the dealership name, and it says right here, enter the dealer name listed with Car Gurus. So if you find one of your ads on Car Gurus and copy the name from the ad exactly like it is on the ad and enter it in, that's step number one. Step number two, you have to call Car Gurus and activate a CRM email address, and the email address is right here, cargurus@dealerleadtrack.com in XML format. We have the phone number on every single one of our ad sources with step two. So if you just read off that information to the customer service rep, they'll enter that in. Step three, choose who you want to assign the leads to. Now each ad source is customizable on its own. So in this dealership, we only have 2 people. So if I want all the leads to go to Joe Blow, I would choose Joe Blow's name. If I want the leads to round robin, in other words, alternate between one goes to Bob, one goes to Joe, one goes to Bob, one goes to Joe, I would choose both of their names. But for this instance, let's say all the leads are going to go to the salesperson, Joe Blow. And then step 4 allows additional people to be notified, because when Joe Blow gets a lead, Joe Blow will be text notified that he has a new lead. So if I choose Bob in step 4, what will happen is Joe will get text notified he has a new lead, and so will Bob, because it's a carbon copy text going off to Bob Jones. So all you do now is save setup, and Demo Motors is in, one staff assignment, 1 CC notification, and that is now how and then you go and enter or adjust all your advertisers. Now upon initial setup of Dealer Lead Track, our coordinators will help you. We'll also test and verify that all these are going into the system properly. And if you make any changes throughout in future years, we just ask if you get with us immediately and let us know the new source you're entering or adding. We will go ahead and test all the information and give you a green light that everything's flowing properly. And that is how you adjust your advertisers and auto population setup for Dealer Lead Track.